good. All right, so hello everybody. Let me know, do me a favor. When I plugged in my headphones today, there's a little bit of a buzz in my ears. So hopefully that's not coming through on the live stream, but welcome everybody to our live stream. Ooh. Hello, hello. Okay. All right. So, hello everybody. Let me know, do me a favor. There we go. Sorry, I had a little delay coming from my desktop. Okay, here we are. So yeah, guys, if you could let me know. I know sound is buzzing. Yep. Okay. I honestly don't know what that is. Let's try this. The sound is not going to be good, but let's try. Let's try that. Now, hopefully you should be able to hear me, but it's not going to sound as good as my microphone. So if you guys could just let me know, you should be getting me from my camera there. I'm really kind of puzzled. So yeah, guys, just give me a thumbs up if you can hear me or not. Even though the sound is not going to be great. But I don't know what is going on with my microphone. Like when I plugged it in today, it just started buzzing at me, and I checked the cable. Maybe it's a bad cable. But can hear you, but I got a hiss. Well, hopefully it's not too distracting everybody. Which is better? Is it better now, or is it better if I do let's see. Wait. All right, how about now? Goodness gracious. So, okay, I'm just going to keep it like this, and hopefully the buzz is not super annoying, okay? So first of all, the reason I'm late, everybody, is I had to go to an event. One of my students was getting their Eagle Scout ceremony, so it was a really cool event. I went and did that. But I'm running a little bit late, and here I am. So I want to say hello to some people. Oh, Queen. So let's say hi to Queen. Bye if you're still here, or hi if you're still here. My calendar says swat that bee. Oh man, wait. What if I'm just gonna start jiggling some cables. Is it this? That's so annoying, right, guys? Well, you guys let me know if it's so annoying that I should just like stop the stream. You go ahead and let me know. Otherwise, we'll just keep going. Okay. So we're gonna say hi to some people. Mike is here as always. Hi, Mike, and is requesting this song, "Barkhand the Blues." I wonder if it helps if I turn. What if I do this? All right, I'm trying something different now. I'm doing this and adjusting here. Let me know if that helped. It's buzzing more than Buzz Aldrin. All right, thanks, Josh. Did that help what I just did? By the way, I moved some things. Just give me a thumbs up or thumbs down if I should go back to the way it was. Who else are we going to say hello to? Queen. Oh, we said hi to Queen. And H. Lee. Hello, how are you? Cool, guys, check in and let me know if you are new to the show or if you're new to playing instruments. Oh, Cherry is checking in. Seems to buzz less when I talk. Good. I'll just try to talk all the time. Can you guys hear me right now, by the way? I hope what I did is I did a few little settings changes, and hopefully that helps a little bit. See, I don't pay my my technical production team enough. That's the problem. That's a joke because I don't have a technical production team. It's just me. All right. So, Berkeley. Hello, Berkeley. How are you? Guys, let me know if you are, what instrument you play. Maybe some of you are new to band and you're watching because you're new to band this year. We're going to say hi to Epic Roller and Josh. Hi, Josh. And Disappointment. So, you says, I'm back after a while and you said you changed your name. So, I'm wondering who that might be. You can let me know. Josh says it sounds better now. Okay, that's good. I'm going to kick it up a little bit more even. So, but yeah, let's get some questions going here. Let's get some requests going here. Mike requested Stardust by Sonny Stitt. Wow. Bark in the Blues. I love the sound. I love Stardust. I bet that's pretty loud for you. We do have Dennis who's joining us this week, but more sound problems when I tried to connect our Zoom. The sound wasn't working. So everyone say hi to Dennis, and even though we can't get him sound-wise on the stream today, but he is here. He is here. So I'm going to go to YouTube, and I'm going to look up Mike's request, Stardust. Thanks, Mike. I appreciate it, buddy. Yeah, guys, let me know what instrument you play, how long you've been playing, any questions you might have. So this song, Stardust, that Mike requested is a great song. Here we go. I'm going to find... Well, there's a lot... Sonny Stitt did a bunch of different recordings of it. Let's listen to this version. This is Sonny Stitt. Wow, that's a weird recording. Let's go to... oh, here's one with Milt Jackson. That's a weird sound, too. I really wonder if there's like some sort of weird connection. Here's a different version. That's better. This is the song that Mike requested. Is that like way too loud? I can't even tell because my sound's all messed up. So Stardust is a great song. Let me see if I can find a lead sheet for it. Stardust chord progression. I'll look that up. While I'm looking that up, I'm going to answer a couple more questions here. Elvin Hopper. Me and my class are playing a song called Avenger in our concert. Cool. Is that like the theme song from the Avengers, or is it like a song that's not from the Avengers? It's just a song called Avenger. What you tell me who the person who wrote it. So when you look at a piece of band music, there's the title on the top, and then on the right-hand top side, there's the name of the person who composed it. Okay, so let me know who that is. I'm curious. Epic Roller. Can I do Jingle Bells on trombone? Now, funny you should mention trombone. I have a special treat for you guys. I don't know how much of a treat it is, but I was at school today, stopping into the band room to do some stuff that I needed to do, and I found something that if you've watched my channel, you might have seen my video called The Story of the Flat Trombone. Has anyone heard that video that I did? And it reminded me because our friend Epic Roller asked for Jingle Bells on trombone. Now, I don't have an actual working trombone with me. But you did remind me, I have my flat trombone. You guys seen the story of the flat trombone on my channel? So I'm going to show you. Here is the slide, right? And you can't really tell from looking at this that there's a problem. But if you look at the other part of the trombone, you're going to see where the problem is. If anyone's seen the video, look at this. See that? This is a flat trombone. And some of you might know the story. When I was almost a brand new band director, a couple years into my teaching career, the flat trombone is back. Yeah, when I was a new teacher, I don't have a mouthpiece. Oh well. So if you watch my video though, you can hear what this sounds like. I didn't bring a trombone mouthpiece. When we were taking a bus trip over to the high school with our instruments to practice, and our students had to load their instruments onto the bottom part of the bus, like the storage, and one of the students kind of didn't fully make sure that their instrument got where it needed to be, and it kind of just fell off the curb and was sitting right in the street, right in the roadway, right by the bus tire. And when the bus started to move, it felt like we were going over a speed bump, and we squished the trombone. The student was very upset, naturally. I was very relieved because when the bus first did that little speed bump thing, I was horrified. I was just worried that maybe we ran over an animal or, God forbid, a person. But so we got out, and it was a trombone. So I was actually kind of relieved, but the student was upset. So I have a trumpet mouthpiece. I have no idea what this is going to sound like. So, yeah, the cool thing about the flat trombone is you still actually get a sound because it's a tube, right? And as long as you have a mouthpiece, you're going to get the overtone series, right? You guys know what the overtone series is? It is on actually any instrument in the whole world, because it's based on physics. Any instrument in the world, you can get on one length of tubing. If you change the way you're vibrating the air with your embouchure, you can get your low, medium, and high notes, right? And that's how a trumpet and a trombone works. And Shane asked about French horn. Shane, I don't have a French horn with me, but you know what? I think for future live streams, because I'm getting a lot of brass questions, I'll start bringing a trombone. I always have my trumpet, and I'll start bringing a French horn too. Okay, so here we go. The overtone series, it's how brass instruments work. So if you just do your basic note, you've got, let me turn up my keyboard. You get your low C or B flat, concert B flat. Actually, there's a famous song you guys might have heard, like that Outer Space theme, 2001: A Space Odyssey. That's the first 3 notes of the overtone series. This one. Low, medium, high, or if you sing it on your solfege, do, sol, do, and then it goes up actually to the next overtone note, which is ba, but then it goes down a half step to the flat. So that's that famous Outer Space song. But the overtone series is how trumpets and trombones work. Not quite warmed up. So on the flat trombone, even though it's flat, you can still get those basic overtones. You just can't move the slide, right? Moving the slide is what allows you to get different notes in different overtone series. Okay, so let's go to some more questions. And thank you guys for being patient with me. I guess the sound is tolerable, right? I still have a little bit of buzz going on here, but in my earphones. Okay. Let's see. Mr. Blobfish. Hello to Mr. Blobfish. Good to see you here. Yep, Josh, the flat trombone is back. And yep, Mike, it does still play. Let's see here. So someone did check in about, okay, Elvin Hopper. It's not the Avengers theme. It's called Avenger by Rob Grice. Let me just look that up. I'm just curious how it sounds. Rob Grice is a really great arranger for band. He writes really good stuff. I'm going to listen to it on YouTube. Avenger by Rob Grice. Check it out, guys. You can see it. If I go to here, camera 3, this is, you can find it on YouTube. That's a cool song. That's a cool song. I'm actually looking for, a lot of band directors are, at this point in the year, we're getting started with our concert band rehearsals. And, some directors already have all their songs picked out. Some directors are still looking for songs to add to their repertoire for the concert. And that's a really good one. That's a good one for a sort of depending on your level of experience with your group, that would be a great one for a middle school band or even an entry-level, 9th grade band, just for something fun to play. That would be kind of cool. All right. Mia Ann, the Harry Potter theme on sax. That I can do. So I'm trying to think what key it's in. I think I'm just going to play. You know what? I'll show you guys. If you go to Dr. Selfridge Music. So, Dr. Selfridge Music. I'm going to show you. All right. So, here we go. We go here and then here. Yay. All right. So, by request, Mia Ann requested the Harry Potter theme. So, let's go. I believe you can get this in. Let's go to my live stream band page. Classical melodies, beginner band tunes, mystery songs, video games. I think it's in this one called Most Requested Band Tunes. So I'm going to go to alto sax. And Uptown Funk, Baby Shark, Old Town Road, Fight Song, Despacito, SpongeBob, Happy Birthday, Imperial March. There it is. Okay. So Mia Ann requested this. I'm going to play it. And I know you can't quite see the whole thing because of my square up here in the corner. So maybe I'll turn that off for the time being so you can see the music. Here we go. 1, 2, 3, 1, 2. Move this up so you can see it. So that's a fun one. Let me come back to my main screen here. So that was for Mia Ann. And I see in the chat here, Mike commented, is Stardust too tricky? No, Mike, I'm kind of thrown off here. I'm kind of off my game here because of the sound issues. But let me go ahead and try to do some Stardust for you, okay? So Mike had requested this jazz song called Stardust. Melody. I'm just going to go PDF. I sort of know this one by heart, but I'm gonna look it up just to be sure. Let me find some sound here. Here we go. Yeah, something like that. This is a song I should know, but let me just see if I can find sheet music. And keep those, yeah, Careless Whisper is in there too, on that sheet. And while I'm looking for Stardust, Mia Ann says that you are learning Musette by J.S. Bach. That's awesome. So let's see. All right. I was right. So, I mean, I was right as far as the key. So check it out, guys. Here's what I found online. That's right. Okay, so I'm going to try to play this on sax. Da, 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 da. So I have to like transpose it. So B, B, C, C sharp, D. So I'm going to go. Scroll up. I sort of know this one by heart now that I remember it. Oh boy, now I forget it. That's the first half of the song. It's a very beautiful song. If you've never heard of the song Stardust, it goes way back. When was it composed? I would guess in the 30s it was composed. Beautiful, beautiful song. Okay, let's do some more questions. Elvin Hopper says, I'm a trumpet player. So that's very cool. Have you been playing for, how many years have you been playing trumpet, Elvin Hopper? Let me know. All right, Shane. What is the difference between a regular French horn and a double French horn? Okay. I'm pretty sure I know the answer to this. So a single French horn has a single primary set of tubing, like a trumpet. It's like a trumpet, right? Except it's in the key of F most often. There's such a thing as called a B-flat single horn, which is less common. Single F horn. It's in the key of F. What that means is when we say an instrument is in the key of F, what we mean is when that instrument plays, when the musician, a French horn player, is playing in their mind what is a C on their instrument, what's actually coming out is an F. So when they play, what in a French horn player's mind is an open C, what's coming out is actually an F on the piano. Okay? Oh, here's my piano cam. Piano cam, right? So a single French horn is just the tubing for where F is the key. A double horn has not only the tubing that you would have for a single F horn, it has a second set of tubing that will move the French horn into the key of B flat, I'm pretty sure, if you use the thumb trigger. So you're playing in, wait, let me hold my horn. There we go. We're playing the horn like this, all right? And then your thumb right here can hit a trigger and it flips the horn. It sends the air, the vibrations through a different set of tubing that turns that French horn into the key of B flat. Does that make sense? That's why there are two horns. Yeah, sorry, Chris. I really don't know what the reason is. I discovered a hissing sound when I turned on my equipment today. there was a hissing sound in the microphone, and I didn't have time to fix it before we started the show. So we're just kind of rolling with it. Hopefully it's not too crazy annoying for you. But thanks for being here. Chris is one of our good friends who's here quite often, just about every time. So guys, we were off last week for, by the way, keep popping more questions into the chat. If you asked a question before and I didn't get it, just pop it back in the chat to remind me. But you know, while I'm looking for some more questions to come through or requests, last week I wasn't here. It was Labor Day in the United States. Most people kind of take that as a weekend off, and so I took Labor Day weekend off, and we're back. Yeah, Chris says just keep talking. So I have to never, ever stop talking, ever. Okay. So I'm really kind of actually mystified what this microphone issue is, and we'll play with, maybe I need to change the cord. Who knows? So last week I was off for Labor Day, and we started our first week of school this past week. That was very interesting. You know, everyone, as you have your first week of school, people always ask you, how are things going? And you guys can let me know how are things going for you if you're in school, or if you're just starting off a new semester. Maybe we have some folks who are you know, getting involved in a new ensemble. Let me know how that's going. I'll say we're off to a really good start at my school. One of the really cool things is that this time last year, we were still coming out of the point of the pandemic where people were still masking a lot more. Now, I mean, there's still some places where masking is recommended, but around where I live, most of the schools that I know, pretty much going back to complete normalcy, which is awesome. And so no masks. Some people wear masks, which is totally fine if they have a reason to. But this is the first year where it has felt completely normal at school in the past couple of years, which is really awesome. So I'm going to go to my chat over here and just see how we're doing. Yeah, guys, feel free to pop in some more questions. Let me show you, because here's something fun we can do. You may have noticed when we were doing the most requested tunes on alto sax. Let me get back to that. So let me show you my most requested tunes. Here we go. Boom. And there I am. So some of the most requested tunes. This is a fun packet that I actually forgot that I had on my website. We have the Uptown Funk bass line, which is very, very playable. It's not too much to it. We just have very simple. It's really, 4 notes. On the alto sax, B, B, E, D, B, E, D, A, B. So it sounds like this. I wonder if it buzzes when I play my notes. 2, 3. 2, 3. And you can just keep repeating that. Right? And that's the beginning of it. Then we have, everyone knows this song. Maybe you like the song, or, you know, maybe it's kind of one of those songs that's like overplayed, so people get tired of hearing it. But Baby Shark is a popular one. Very simple. Only 1, 2, 3. 4 notes in this one. A, B, D, 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 D. I'm going to turn off my camera so you can see it. All right. Here's Baby Shark. So, you know, even something as simple... Here, I'm going to turn my camera back on. Even something as simple as Baby Shark, even though to some people... Let me just type in this. My computer had to restart over here. Even something as simple and maybe elementary as Baby Shark can be useful to learn, because this rhythm right here is actually not an easy rhythm. And if you get to learn it for Baby Shark, 1 and 2, so you got 1 and 2, 3, 1 and 2 and 1 E and E end. when you do your counts in 16th notes, it's like really tricky because it's 1 E enda, 2 E enda. So you can work it out with counts, 1 and 2 and E end. But dot 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 dot. So like even if you like recognize this rhythm in a random easy song like Baby Shark, kid song, you might find this rhythm in an advanced song that you might be playing someday, right? So it's good to like practice some things that might teach you something that you might need later. There we go. Just resetting my computer. Okay, so let's see. Do you guys have any more questions for me? My little online chat kind of went away. Mike says, I still wear masks because I have vulnerable parents. Yeah, and that's totally, I mean, yeah, everyone's in a different situation, right? So that's totally understandable. You know, everyone's got different things going on. All right. Whoa, what's going on here? Oh, I know what that weirdness is. So like my laptop restarted. And so my little function where I can bring your comments up on the screen kind of went away temporarily. Okay. Other most requested band tunes. Let's do some more. We got Old Town Road. I mean, that song's kind of old at this point. No pun intended. Old song. But not too hard to play. How many different notes in this one? 1, 2, 3, 4. Really, it's like 4 or 5 notes. That's it. Then Fight Song is a classic. That's a lot of people like playing that song. Despacito, you remember that one? SpongeBob. Do we have any birthdays in the house? So if you ever want to play Happy Birthday for someone who's got a birthday, move this down. You can play Happy Birthday. It's in our most requested band tunes packet. And here we go. I'm going to play it. Do we have anyone who's got a birthday anytime soon? We can celebrate together. Get my screen restarted here. Okay. So happy birthday to anyone who might have a birthday or know someone with a birthday. And we have a 2-beat rest, and then we start. 1, 2. That's called a fermata. It means you hold the note for a little bit longer. And when I put this song in our packet, I tried to put it in a key that's not, it's easy, it's not too difficult to play, and it's also a good key for people to sing in. So if you're playing this for someone in your family who's got a birthday, people can sing along, and it's in a pretty comfortable key to sing. You know, because Happy Birthday actually has kind of a big range to it. It's got this octave right here. Happy birthday, right? G on the sax. G, 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 E. It's a big jump. Okay, we got some more comments coming in, and miracle of miracles, my laptop is back. I tried to put it in a key that's not... This computer is going to be the death of me. Okay, we have some more comments. So... Haley says, I subscribed. Oh, wait, let me go back here. There we go. Haley says, I subscribed back in 6th grade. Now I'm going into college. Yeah, you know, looking back on how long I've done this YouTube channel, it has been it's over 10 years at this point, which is crazy. Let's see. Mike, can I add Lily was here to my email I sent you today? Okay, Mike, I didn't see your email yet. But yeah, please add that. I'll check out your email and see what you requested. Shane says, yesterday I forgot my bass clarinet ligature going to band, so I decided to use my shoelace. That is that's quick thinking. There was a TV show in the United States called MacGyver. in the 80s. So that was a very MacGyver type of move. You guys know that show? The whole thing was like he was this guy who would get into these tricky situations, and he'd come up with these really creative ways to solve problems by like using materials in a creative way, like using your shoelaces as a ligature. A rubber band also works pretty well too. So Chris says, yeah, the Pink Panther sheet music. Let's see, for clarinet. Which key did I do it in for clarinet? Let me look this up. Clarinet, Pink Panther. You know, Mike, I can probably just get. Chris, I can probably just get you that sheet music. Let me see. Sorry. Here's my tutorial on that. Oh my gosh, I'm almost at 900,000 views on this. This is my tutorial from... Hey everybody, Mr. Selfridge here. I've been getting a lot of requests for the Pink Panther. The Pink Panther. So we're going to learn how to play. Alright, so I did it in D minor. So C sharp D. You know, Chris, if you shoot me an email, like, you could always, like, here, let me go back a step. If you go to Google and you type in Pink Panther sheet music, you could type in D minor and see if you get lucky and find something in D minor. But if you just shoot me an email, I could write it out for you real quick, and it wouldn't be that difficult. But if you Google, like, look, I Googled Pink Panther sheet music, and you find different versions of it. So Chris, go ahead and let's just do that. Just go ahead and email me. How do you email me, everybody? This is how you email me. Check this out. When I finish the show, in about, I don't know, 10 minutes or so, you are going to see this screen. Okay? And my email, let me get that off of there. You can see my email down there at the bottom left, drselfridgemusic@gmail.com, and you can email me, okay? And just remind me that we need to, I want to get you that sheet music. Okay. Let's do some more questions and comments. Yeah, Mike, when I mentioned the Pink Panther, not the Pink Panther, MacGyver. I was a kid. I think maybe they were. No, I think it was actually really on. It wasn't reruns. It was real episodes in the 80s. Mia says, I subscribed when I was in middle school, and now I'm a junior in high school. Awesome. Wow, a lot of things today reminding me of how long I've been doing this. It's a good thing though. I'm happy to hear that people have been subscribed to me for that long. Jenny. I once lost my ligature for my sax and had to use masking tape for a bit. Okay, that can work. That could work as long as you use a kind of tape that you'd be able to remove. You know, you wouldn't want to leave any marks on your mouthpiece. Yeah, a rubber band. You know, it also works. A hair tie. Like if someone's got like one of those really firm but stretchy little hair ties, those work pretty well for ligatures in a pinch. Yeah, MacGyver, light years ago. What is your outro music, Mike? If you have any requests, and folks, Mike, you know, kind of had a great suggestion a couple weeks ago that as each show we can have different music to take us out. My outro music, and if you guys have anything you want to request or suggest, be happy to take those requests. So. Honey Dreams. So happy we found your channel here on YouTube. My son plays the flute and saxophone. We try to find time to watch you each week. Monday morning. Wow. So first of all, thank you very much. That's just really cool. But how do you do that on Monday mornings? What time is it, by the way? If you don't mind saying that. I could probably Google it actually. But I don't know if you're able. able to watch me in between getting ready for my Monday mornings are very busy, so I appreciate you taking the time. Okay, so, Mike, a patriotic one for September 11th remembrance. Yes, so September 11th, we all know this date. And I'm sure some people here are old enough to actually remember. It's another reason that I'm, another reminder of the years that go by. But I do remember I was in my very first year of teaching, and I was at the middle school. I was at Garnet Valley Middle School. When that all happened, and it was quite a difficult day. But yeah, maybe we'll do some nice patriotic music. And the other thing, wow, so many connections today. The other day when the Queen unfortunately passed away, I was in my music theory class. I was in my AP music theory class with my students. And we're just having class, and one of my students goes, "Oh my gosh!" And she picked up her phone and saw that the news had come out. And so we got talking about, because we're in music class, we talked about the song "God Save the Queen." Oh, where's my sound? Here we go. So we went to "God Save the Queen" here, and we did, I'll do it in C. So, and we talked about how that is really originally God Save the Queen, right? And then it was, new words were put to it, and in America we call it "My country, 'tis of thee, sweet land of liberty." So we just talked about that. So another sort of sad historical event that happened this week. Okay, and Chris says he sent me the email. And Nancy Art says, thank you. Thank you, Nancy. God bless you, too. Kitten Whiskers, when is your next stream going to be? So, Kitten Whiskers, my streams are almost every single Sunday. Once in a while, I can't do a Sunday, like last week for the holiday. But almost every single Sunday, okay, at 3 o'clock, usually 3 o'clock Eastern time. Today, we ran a little late because, as I mentioned, one of my students got this big award, the Eagle Scout achievement, and I went to their ceremony. It was really nice. Okay, here's a great question. Do I have advice how to not be fuzzy? Yes. All right, so Kitten Whiskers, I have the answer for you, okay? I actually have a video. I have a video called "How Not to Get Dizzy When You Play the Flute." And so it's the same. Okay, so here's your other question. Yep, same subject. The same reason that beginners get lightheaded, or flute players, beginners, have trouble holding out long notes is because right here, it's the air that comes from the center of your lips called your aperture, like a camera. And what usually the issue is, and this is also the same reason that people have a fuzzy sound on a flute. It comes from the amount of air that you let out of your lips because of the size of your aperture. If it's wide, you're letting a lot of air out. So you're spending a lot of air that's not being turned into. So when you blow across the flute, you want every single ounce or molecule of air to be turned into sound by vibrations. If your air is not focused coming out of your lips, your air is all spread out and it's just going. You're running out of air. You can't hold a note as well. You get sort of a spread out fuzzy sound, and you can get lightheaded because you're breathing in and out so much. So this solves it, okay? Right, Mike, I see that comment. Your comment just I understood what you meant, but your comment just reminded me of that. But yes, we will do something. I'm thinking something United States patriotic, okay? So Kitten Whiskers, here's what we do. When you play the flute, instead of starting to play your note with your lips apart like this, think about your lips being smooth and closed like you're asleep. Okay? Not Not that kind of a sleep, but maybe just a sleep with your mouth closed, right? When you blow your air, you imagine like your lips are pressed together, not real tight, like you're mad or something, just pressed together a little bit. And then we push our air so that a little bit of air is escaping right through the center of our lips. Watch me. Almost like we're starting with the sound of the letter P. See how I'm keeping my lips together? But when I say the letter P, the air pushes just a little circle in the center. And that, if we focus that, we get a nice sound like this. If your air is too spread out, recognize that sound? That's an unfocused flute embouchure. M, and then the letter P. The air pops out the middle. See how it started to go high octave? That's not a bad thing, because eventually focusing your air even more gets you to high notes. So, let me know if that made sense, okay? Kitten Whiskers, let me know if that made sense. So yeah, that kind of relates to the pitch that you're mentioning in this question. And Chris says, yeah, God save the king, right? Shane, have I ever played the bassoon? Yes, I played bassoon in bassoon class in college. But I did not really study bassoon very much. I just did it in the class, but I didn't really pursue it. That would be actually a good challenge for me to really get to know bassoon. And by the fact that like I don't encounter a lot of bassoon students at my school, my knowledge of teaching bassoon is not super high, but I really could work on it. All right, guys, we're going to be wrapping up soon, but I want to take some more questions before we finish up. Gio, hey, there's a new face or a new name. So Gio, are you new to the channel or just someone who doesn't comment too often? But either way, thank you for being here. Okay, so Gio Sakiro says, I have region tryouts for jazz saxophone in 7 days. Any tips on relaxing nerves? The biggest thing for calming nerves, I think, for me, is being as prepared as possible. So I think nerves are going to happen no matter what, even if you're super prepared. But I think you get more nervous if you feel like you didn't really practice as much as you could have. So I would say 7 days from now is not a lot of time, but I would say really go hard practicing on the things that you feel the least confident about. And that way you go into the audition feeling like you know you've done the best you can. And at that point, you just got to leave it to fate, you know, do your best. And here's the other thing with auditions. You can't get too wrapped up in basing your happiness or your self-worth on whether or not you get what you wanted out of an audition. Like if you go and audition, you could prepare really well, and you could have kind of an off day and not be at your best. Your reed could squeak or something could happen. Or you could play really well and just have a really awesome day. There could be, the judges might, the way they heard you on a particular day, their impression might be slightly different. And maybe the judges are having a bad day. I mean, judges try to be fair. But the point is, one single day or one single 5-minute audition doesn't define you as a musician or as a person. So prepare as much as you can. Give it your best shot. And if it doesn't work out, there will be other auditions, right? Use it as a learning experience. And just remember, just by practicing, you're improving as a musician just by that pressure you're putting on yourself to do well in an audition. That makes you a better musician. So even if you don't get what you wanted out of the audition, you come out on the other side, you've made improvements, and you're even more prepared for the next audition. Right? Does that make sense? A little bit of sense? Okay. Gio Sakura says, I've been around. I just don't come too often. Okay, well, thank you for being here. And let me know, I'm just curious, if you're still here, let me know what instrument you play, and let me know what you're doing for your jazz audition? Because I'm just curious. Because I'm a jazz musician. Jazz is my first love as a musician, so I'm curious what you're doing. Kitten Whiskers. How not to play Pecky on staccato for flute. I'm not super sure I know what you mean. I think I kind of know what you mean. Staccato, no matter the instrument, is done not so much by the way you tongue the note, it's by the way you separate your air. So I think of staccato as short little bursts of air, and your belly can kind of bounce too. It's like, imagine like you're shooting darts at a dartboard, but you have to go real fast, and I think of like back in the old days, if you're out in the wilderness and you don't have any technology, they'd use these blow darts, right? These long, thin straw reeds, and they'd blow, right, to send the dart out. That's what staccato is like, except you're doing like a bunch of them in a row real quick. Like that. So if you're doing a scale, each one is its own little blow dart or its own little spitball. Not that you'd ever do a spitball in school, but you know that thing where kids get a straw and they crumple up a piece of paper and they go, right? Like that. And Mike says, is staccato? Yeah, Mike, staccato is the same for every single instrument that uses air. Saxophone, trumpet, clarinet, oboe, trombone, the bassoon, French horn. That was a B natural minor scale. So you do tongue. And the thing that you don't do, not a lot of people, but some people get the wrong idea that staccato is putting your tongue back onto the reed at the end of the note to cut it off. The tongue starts the note, the release of the air stops the note. So I'm not saying to go and then stick your tongue back. Okay? As you go really fast, it's not so much individual blows of air because you just physically can't do that at a really fast tempo. It is more with the tongue at a fast tempo. Okay? Great questions today. And I just remembered I have to find my nice patriotic song to finish. Let's do, who's got probably has some nice patriotic music. We'll go with the Boston Pops, 4th of July. Oh, let's go America the Beautiful. That's a good one. Might be my favorite patriotic song, America the Beautiful. So that's going to take us out, I think. We're going to do the Boston Pops. But as we finish up, I do want to say great questions today. Great questions every week, but great questions today. And guys, give us a special thank you to Terry and Dennis, who were on helping us in the chat today. And Dennis, on my fault, more technical issues on my end. I'm sorry about the buzzing and whatever sound issues we were having with our Zoom. But please say thank you to them for helping. Here is another comment before we wrap up from Gio Sakiro. In Texas, there is a set of etudes to play in front of judges and a blues improv page. Okay, so if you really feel confident about what you're doing, the nerves thing is really just, it's a personal process of just, trying to take deep breaths and calm down. I actually was just literally listening to an audiobook today that was talking about this topic, which is kind of coincidental. One thing they were saying was when you feel anxious, when we feel nervous, try to, there's research that shows your attitude, you can't, being nervous is a physical response, and you can't force yourself to not be nervous. But what you can do is you can try to refocus that energy into a positive mindset, which is the feelings that you're feeling, try to interpret those as excitement, right? rather than dread or nervousness. Try to channel that energy, that those chemicals that are going on. What do they call that? Adrenaline. Try to channel that into you're excited to do what you've prepared, right? Just something to think about. Okay. So, very wonderful to see all of you today. My assignment this week is to try to figure out the sound issues that we've been having. And your assignment this week is to have a great week and to practice and to enjoy playing music and come back next week with some questions and some comments and some stories. Tell me how your week was. So we're here every week at, like I said, just about every week at just about the same time, which is 3 p.m. Eastern time. And then, again, you're going to hear our little outro music here. Ooh. As you hear our outro music, you're going to see our outro screen where you can email me and you can follow me on follow me on Instagram and YouTube and all that stuff. Okay, folks. Once again, thanks for another great show. Thank you, Dennis. Thank you, Terry. Have a great week. Thanks, Chris. Yes. Please like the video and subscribe if you're not a subscriber. And tell your friends. All right, guys. I'll see you next week. Have a great week. Practice. Have fun. See ya.